then the quest gets locked out. Because it's weird like that. So let's leave Tatooine. Back to Manon. Skipping. Skipping. Wait, so if you're looking for a star map in Tatooine, the stream name is a lie. No, we already found it. That was like the second planet that we found it on, like early on. I was just there to deal with that that overseer guy. Cause he was like, let's fight in the Dune Sea. And I was like, well, gotta leave here and go to freaking Tatooine again. So yeah. Man, who can even follow this story? So much is happening. It's really not. It's really just side quest. It was a long side quest where I had to go and kill or assassinate certain contracts. And then in the end, the guy that sent me out to do all those things was getting rid of other people so he could be the leader. So in the end, it's like, wow, you made me do all that stuff? Well, now I'm gonna kill you. And he's like, all right, let's go fight in the Dune Sea. That's it, man. Other than that, it's just find the star maps and save the galaxy. But now that you're here, Remington, it's gonna get even more confusing because do you remember that that trial with the old guy that killed the Sith woman? Remember that recording that we saw? We're gonna go do that right now. So, yeah. Dun, dun. Sounds a lot like the sequels. It pretty much is quintessential Star Wars, you know? Save the galaxy from the dark side. Things. It's always the same. Okay. So let's do a summary real quick. Is it Sunry's story? Alora's wife? Sunry Murder Trial. Okay, as an arbiter, you must defend Sunry to the best of your ability. However, you found a data recording that clearly shows Sunry killing the Sith woman, Alasa. Can you continue your role of arbiter impartially knowing that your client has committed such a crime? So, we were talking about this earlier, and what is the best outcome for my character? Being as someone that is like going to the dark side, that is basically a Sith. This guy is a Republic war hero who murdered a Sith, another Dark Jedi, right? Should I send him to jail, or should I let him walk away freely? After murdering somebody. I don't know. I feel, here's the thing. When I've played this game, I think I've always found him guilty, right? Because I've always played light side characters. I feel if we try to get him off the hook, that's something new that I've never tried before, and it could be more of the dark side way, just because, you know, hey, a murderer is now walking among us free. But if I am going to join with the Sith and be dark side, it almost feels like he should go to jail, right? He murdered one of ours. But am I willing to go that far? I don't know. Star map to find Luke bit. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. I actually kind of forgot about that, to be honest. But I guess people are always searching for something. Send him to jail, take his lightsaber, become General Grievous. Damn, dude. If I could be General Grievous in this game, where's the mod at? There's got to be a mod to play as General Grievous. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see how this goes. I will say that I have never gotten him off the hook. So if we're trying to do new things, I might try to do that. But let's see. Let's see how this goes first. Let's talk to Sunry's wife, Alora.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent.
Oh, he ain't.
Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
Hell no, he ain't. Was Sunry having an affair? Persuade.
What? Don't insult us both. Sunry is a just and honorable man. How dare you accuse him? Us of such a thing.
Now, Elora. We're not here to pass judgment, my dear. We do need to know everything if we're here to help, yes?
Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just dropped me like that. Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. He started seeing Alassa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. Yeah. He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in cold blood.
Dun, dun. Remington says, man, I loved Grievous. Wanted to see much more of him. And then I learned that they did a TV show. And then it was animated. The emotions I went through. Feels bad, man. I know. He was such an interesting character in the movies. I think we only saw him one time in the third film, I think. But yeah, I mean, I feel like he should have been introduced way earlier so we could see him in more movies. But yeah, I hear the animated Star Wars shows are good, but like I just can't bring myself to watch it. I just can't. I never cared back then. I don't care now. But yeah, he was definitely a very interesting character, and just, you know, 4 lightsabers, just, yeah. That fight with Obi-Wan was dope. I watched like 15 episodes of it, but it's just not my thing. Can't get immersed. Yeah, I feel like that's probably how I would feel as well. Just like, I don't really watch a lot of cartoons and animated stuff like that. It's like, I'll just pass. He is a soldier, though. He has killed many Sith. Say that.
That was a long time ago. In a war far, far away.
They would do that.
Changed now. Settle down.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Just please, prove his innocence.
Your husband might not be so innocent.
This is all a plot to discredit the Republic. Sunry is a victim of a Sith frame-up.
It's possible. I haven't seen Sunry since I crashed on Kashyyyk. A man can change a lot in that time. The man I knew could never have done this crime, however.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
500 XP. Okay. Innocence. Under pressure, Alora confirmed that Sunny had been having an affair with the Sith woman. Okay. Dun dun. So now, whoa! That was weird. I just shot right behind that guy. Okay, do I tell Sunry about
Joey,
this?
coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial.
Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture.
Oh, I grow weary of staring at these 4 bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
For a few things I have to
Go ahead.
clear up. There was a Rhodian who planted evidence at the murder scene.
A Rhodian? I didn't know there were any Rhodians on Manan. Oh, except for Tyvark and this one named Glupar who's hanging around the hotel all the time. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rhodians on Manan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? I suspect there's still stuff you want to clear up. Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
Yo, how could this guy lie to my face? I know you're guilty, Sunry. I've got the Republic's data recording.
So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, that something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. Simple, really. But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. They found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room, altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it.
Does Coder 2 continue the story? From what I remember... Does it continue this story in the first game? No. But there is characters and maybe places that you go to from the first game that are in the second game, which is kind of nice. But I think the story is different. I think the story is its own thing from what I remember. But again, I haven't played that in probably, I don't know, like 10 plus years. And even then, the second game is one that just, even though I've played it and beaten it a few times, I don't really remember too much about it. So like Fallout 2 to 1. Yeah, it's kind of like that, yeah. Where like you kind of go to the same areas, and you might see some characters again or hear about characters from the first game. But yeah, definitely it's kind of like that, like Fallout 2 to 1 or 1 to 2. But the Sith found out the truth, didn't they?
The Sith must have been spying on me and Alasa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and set this guy free.
Rid of all the evidence, so they planted their own evidence. Alasa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago.
If I'm like a
Sith Masters,
true
that's
dark
some kind
side
of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But
I
when
feel
the
like
cross
this,
turned
like
up on her body, I
him
knew
murdering
the Sith
just
had put it there. So
a random Sith
how
chick
you know
is
the whole
like,
story?
who cares?
What are you going to do?
I won't betray your secret. We'll go on with the trial.
But Sunry is a murderer. I'm sorry, old friend, but you are.
Uh-oh.
I can't approve of this. You go ahead, however, if that's what you think is best.
I'm glad you decided to see reason in this. If I'm convicted, it could cause trouble for the Republic Embassy here on Manan. And none of us want that now, do we?
Dark side points gained. So see, like we're getting dark side points for being like, hey, we know what you did, but we're gonna try and set you free or whatever. So I feel like the dark side option is to defend him and get the court to say he's free to go. Because I've never done that before. He says he will not betray the Republic or harm it because of what happens. Okay. Well, we got a big trial ahead of ourselves here. Let's see how this goes. If we need to reload or anything like that, we can, but let's give this a go. Let's try it. What is it I can do for you now? I want to begin Sunry's trial now. Are you certain, human? Once the trial begins, it cannot be stopped. And once judgment is given, the case can never be reopened. You must be certain your investigations are complete before you request a trial. This is the role of arbiter. Are you sure you want to begin this trial now? Yes. Are you deaf? Let's get this trial started. Very well, human. So rude. Let the record show that the trial of Sunry versus Otto City Authority has commenced. Presiding are judges Shell Carr, Oza, Nail Shakan, or Nali Shakan, Hoda, and Dula. This trial is to determine the culpability of Sunry in the death of Sith Alasa. Representing Sunry in his defense is a member of the Jedi Order. Do you have any opening statements? Now, I tried to like persuade or force persuade these judges, but it doesn't work because they're like immune to like mind affecting things like that. Makes sense because they're judges. So anytime there's persuade or force persuade, I won't be using it because we already tried that and we already know. Sunry is guilty. I will find Sunry innocent. I have no comment at this time. Either 3 or 4, I guess. 3 or 4. This dude kind of made me think of Elcor's, and that reminded me of that action Elcor movie. I need to YouTube that. Wait, there's a Elcor movie? Like, I know that there's one, it's based around the movie in Mass Effect, but there's like a legit Elcor movie? I didn't even know about that. Yeah, and one of the games they played over the speakers, just the audio. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we listened to that. I think we... Like, when we were playing Mass Effect, we found that, and I think we listened to it. I thought you meant that there was, like, an actual movie on YouTube. Like a short film about the Elcor action film or whatever. I see what you're saying. I will find him innocent. That remains to be seen. Acting as a prosecutor for the Otto City Authority is an impartial observer from the Sith Empire.
It is an honor to see justice served, and I will see Sunry is executed for the crime he has committed.
Do not be too overzealous in pressing your commission, Sith. The first matter of business is a presentation of a sworn testimony by the proprietor, Ignis, of the hotel where the murder occurred. What is the testimony you wish to give us?
The man I saw leaving, Sunry, left before I heard the blaster shot.
Impossible!
Know your place, Sith. That'd be something, yeah. That would be. Put it in the Legendary Edition. Dun, dun. We will now begin by calling forth the witnesses to the crime and taking their testimony. After each witness has given their testimony and you have cross-examined them, you may ask the presiding judges for their opinion on the current state of the case. This is a special privilege given by Manon law only to the defendant, so use it wisely. The first witness is Firith, The prosecution will question the witness first.
You are Firith Me, the well-known Pazak player. I wonder if we can trust the word of a gambler as reliable testimony.
Objection, Your Honors. Do not undermine the witness. I don't even know. I mean, I guess we'll say both. Both of these, we say something. We'll just say, do not undermine the witness. Objection sustained. Ask the witness your questions and do it properly. Yeah.
Of course, Your Honor. Firith Me, what did you see the night of the murder?
Well, I came out into the hallway after hearing the blaster shot and saw Sunry over there limping down the hall out of the building.
A very obvious point, Your Honors. The accused was seen leaving the scene of the crime after the blaster that killed Elasa was fired.
A very pertinent point, prosecutor. It is now the defense turn to cross-examine the witness. I have no additional questions. Excuse me, did you actually see the murder happen?
You mean actually see him kill her with my own eyes?
Yeah.
Well, no, but I don't think there could have been anyone else there.
Your point is well taken, Arbiter. You have additional questions? Yeah. Was the metal left at the crime scene not a little too obvious?
I think it may have been. I mean, you'd have to be pretty stupid to leave something that important lying around, wouldn't you?
How could Sunry have harmed her if he was a cripple? I don't know if I should say that. We want to try and... We want to try and find him innocent, right? Even though he's clearly not. And I feel like... How could he have harmed her if he was a cripple? Like, that argument doesn't make sense because a cripple can shoot a gun. You know what I mean? Like, a cripple can murder somebody. I feel like that is not going to help our case if we say that. Elasa was a Dark Jedi, wasn't she?
Yes, from what I could tell. She carried a lightsaber under that cloak of hers.
Objection! That doesn't prove she was a Jedi.
No, this piece of evidence is very important. It establishes the character of Elasa and perhaps her intent in dealing with Sunry. Do you have additional questions? I'm not going to ask this. I'm going to pass on that. Very well. Would you like to use this opportunity to poll the judges? Yeah, I guess. I think that Sunry could not have committed the crime. Sunry was not the killer. Okay, we're 2 for 2. I cannot make my decision on what I have seen yet. Okay, 2 for 3. I do not believe Sunry, as a well-standing Republic citizen, could have committed this crime. Okay, 3 out of 4. I cannot tell if Sunry killed Elasa, but I'm confident it will be proven. Okay. So 2 of them are undecided. Since the defense has no further questions, we will call out our second witness, the Rhodian Glupor. The prosecution may question the witness.
You were staying in the hotel the night of the murder and saw Sunry leaving Elasa's room, didn't you?
Yes, Glupor sees Sunry running down hallway. When Glupor look in room, Sith woman dead on floor.
This is clear then, that Sunry left the room with the Sith Elasa already dead behind him.
Perhaps, Sith, perhaps. It is the turn of the defense to question the the witness now. Okay. Did you see Sunry kill Alasa? Isn't the metal at the crime scene too obvious? Do you really think a cripple could have hurt Alasa? Did you plant the metal? Which we know he did. We'll say option 2. Glooper not see. Sunry really hurt Sith, but Glooper did not see Sunry leaving room with dead Sith in it. But Glooper did not see him really kill Sith. Important distinction, Arbiter. Ask something else. Is it the metal at the crime scene too obvious of a clue? Probably say that. Yeah. Yes. Glooper not know. Why anyone leave things in someone else's room? Glooper just think these things happen. Yes, odd indeed. Do you wish to ask the witness anything else? Do I ask about the cripple or not? If I didn't ask it the first time, I probably shouldn't ask it the second time. Don't know. Oh, dropping frames. Nope, it looked like we were, but we didn't. Internet, please. Did you plant the metal on Alasa?
Don't do it, Glooper.
Prosecution will be silent. What is it you wish to say, Glooper? Glooper paid by the Sith to plant.
Slander! I object!
Ooh, you are certain of this, Glooper. Glooper certain. This new evidence puts the entire case in a new light. Do you wish to ask anything else? No. What are those glasses? These things? This visor? It's just some random visor. You look more alien than the dudes without a nose. Yeah, they have some really dumb looking stuff that you could wear as a headpiece on your character. I'm just wearing this because whatever benefits it has is pretty good. You should see Kart's though. Kart's goggles over here look dumb. Or is that who you were referring to? My character or Karth over here? Because I think you might be referring to Karth, now that I think about it. We'll see if they show him again. Yeah, they're kind of weird though. Would you like to poll the judges at this time? Yes. I haven't seen the other one yet. Okay. Yeah, wait till you do. It might be after this trial though. It looks funny. I think Sunry could not have committed the crime. Sunry's not the killer. Sunry did not have the capacity to commit those murders, I think. Okay, so we swayed his opinion. You don't believe he did it. Perhaps I was wrong after all in my thoughts about Sunry. So right now, they are all like, he's not guilty. And the defense knows some more questions. The court will call out Elora, Sunry's wife.
You, Elora, are Sunry's lawful wife. Your husband was a hero in the last war between the Sith Empire and the Republic. He was crippled in that war. Do you not believe he'd blame the Sith for his injury?
Yes, I guess he would.
And there you have motive. Sunry seeks revenge on the Sith for what they did to him and killed Elasa.
Prosecutor, does the defense have any questions for the witness? I have no additional questions. Oh wow, my character, I'm blocking Cart, so you can't even see him behind me. Was it true your husband was having an affair with Alasa?
Yes. Yes, it was true. He was having an affair with that Sith harlot.
It seems painfully obvious that he killed her to keep her quiet about the affair.
Be silent. You have already questioned the witness.
He'd been seeing her for some time, I think. But he said he was going to change. He'd gone there that night to end it. We talked the night before and he'd promised. But now things have become so very complicated.
That is very enlightening evidence. It will influence our deliberation considerably. Have any more questions? The cripple questions just no. We haven't asked him anymore. We haven't asked him before. We're not going to ask him now. Because again, my thing with this is a cripple can kill anybody with a blaster or whatever. This makes our case look bad, so I'm not saying that. Sunry was a Republic war hero, wasn't he?
Yes. He fought against the Sith in the last war. He fought bravely and was even awarded the Hero's Cross. I don't know how much that means to the Sith or to your Selkath, your honors. But in the Republic, it is awarded only to the bravest, most valorous, most honorable men. The kind of man who earns that medal would not kill someone in cold blood.
Your husband earned a medal because he excelled at killing Sith. It relates directly. Do not let personal opinions sway your judgment of the law. Any more questions? No. Poll the judges? Yes. Didn't commit the murder. Not the killer. Oh, they can't make their decision now. Didn't kill. You can't tell. Okay, so those two that were on the fence are back on the fence. Any remaining witnesses to call forth?
I wish to call forth Sunry himself, your honors.
Alright, bring him up.
Are you a war hero, Mr. Sunry? You fought in wars against the Sith Empire, correct?
Yes, that's right. And I don't regret it either. The Republic needs its heroes.
Indeed. Would you say that you dislike the Sith, even...
Hate them?
Of course I hate them. Trying to take over the galaxy every chance
I
they
hate
get,
them.
killing millions of innocents.
Pure politics. Were you in Alassa's room on the night
I
of the
hate
murder?
them.
Well, yes, I was. I had been having an affair with Alassa and my wife, yes. But I realized how wrong I'd been, and I was going there to end it.
You were having an affair with a Sith. You wanted to end it quickly and quietly, so you killed her from behind and tried to flee.
No,
I think we can see the answer clear
This
enough,
guy's
Mr. Sunry.
this guy's completely right. Is he just green or is it some mod conflicting? I think that's just the way he looks. I think that voice actor, that's Liquid from Metal Gear. I wouldn't know. I haven't played enough Metal Gear to know. That's kind of one of the series that I would like to play, but yeah. Wait, I need to see this again. I need to see what Remington is talking about. I'm too busy like looking at the subtitles rather than what's going on the screen. Alassa was a Sith spy, wasn't she?
Of course she was.
Oh, yeah. Why does he look
would a
green?
young, beautiful Sith woman get with an old cripple like me?
Well, there is like green lighting in here. Like you see the lighting? It looks green, right? But my character doesn't look green. It merely states facts. The incompetence of the murder indicates that her occupation was not the motive for killing. The fact remains, Alassa was a Sith and likely a spy as well. Anything else you want to ask? Yeah, my character doesn't look green. He looks really green. I don't know. He's green because he's gonna vomit from all the guilt. He's trying to hold it in. It's like the that emoji. I How could Alasa have gotten a hold of your medal?
I don't know. The medal had gone missing some time ago. I never found out what happened to it. It's possible the Sith had stolen it and had it planted on the body.
Supposition, Your Honors?
True, but it does have merit and deserves consideration. Is there anything else you want to ask? You were going there to end the affair. Would the Sith object?
Yes, I think they would. They wouldn't want to lose one of their sources, even though I didn't give them anything. They might have killed her for her failure. Or they might have thought she'd turn against them or something like that.
The Sith Empire is not the barbaric institution you portray it to be.
Be silent, prosecutor. This is a valuable point that lends some credence to your defense. Or your defense, Arbiter. Is there anything else? I have no additional questions. Poll the judges. Yep, let's see. We got a key race alert. Sunry did not commit the crime. Was not the killer. I cannot make my decision on what I've seen yet. He did not commit the crime. I cannot tell yet if Sunry killed Alasa, but I'm confident it will be proven. Okay, so 3 say no, 2 are on the fence. The witnesses have all been called forward and questioned by both prosecution and defense. The prosecution is now present in closing its summary of its pertinent facts of this case. You have the floor.
I think the facts in this case are very straightforward. Sunry was having an affair with Elasa. He sought to end it, and the simplest, quickest method, given his hatred of the Sith, was to simply kill her. Witnesses saw Sunry fleeing the scene, and material evidence places him there at the time of the murder as well. I am confident that any informed observation of the facts will lead the judges, Your Honors, to this very conclusion.
Indeed, and your closing statements, Arbiter? No one actually witnessed the murder? Sunry was a cripple and couldn't have killed her. The Sith are obviously evil, and this is a setup. We clearly know which ones to not say. Like, that is, pretty sure. Sunry was ending the affair, so the Sith killed her. Alasa was a spy, and the Sith are framing Sunry. Damn. These are kind of tricky, these two right here. We'll definitely say this. No one actually witnessed the murder. Because it's true. Truth. Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean a thing. He was there, running from the room.
If you speak out again, you will be forcibly ejected from the court. The Arbiter speaks a valid fact. Is there another point you would want to make? Definitely not option 1. Definitely not option 2. Sunry was ending the affair, so the Sith killed her. I think some of the judges were... They weren't... I don't know if they really bought that. They do buy the fact that she was a spy. So I don't know if I need to say this one. Because I'm either going to say both of these or only one of them. We're definitely saying this. Lhasa was a spy and the Sith are framing Sunry. I find that highly unlikely, Arbiter. The Sith have no need of deception. The facts speak clear. But the Sith have been known for violence, deception, and murder before. That is also true. Is there another point you want to make? Sunry was ending the affair, so the Sith killed her. My gut tells me that I don't think I should pick that. I think that's gonna hurt our case a bit. Because we're not saying options 1 and 2. Those are clearly like bad answers. That's gonna hurt our case. The third one might hurt our case, might not. I kind of want to gamble and just say that's my arguments are done. We don't need to do that. So this whole trial is for that cam recording, yeah. But when we first got here, we didn't find that cam recording until we went to that Sith base. So we didn't even know it existed up until that point. But yeah, he was basically just thrown in jail because people were saying that he murdered the Sith woman. He actually did, but nobody actually saw it, so they just threw him in jail to be safe. But yeah, all this trial is based on that recording and this whole little storyline here, which is kind of cool. We had another investigating a murder on one of the other planets before, which was kind of fun. I'm just gonna say that's it. I'm not gonna say the affair thing. Because right now we have 3 say he didn't do the murder. This court hereby finds Sunry innocent of the murder. We did it.
Your honors, no!
Silencio. The verdict had been delivered and the trial is now over.
I knew you wouldn't let the Republic down.
Oh, Sunry, I'm so glad.
Elora, thank you for saving me. I
Did you
don't
see-
know
did you
how
see?
I can repay you. Elora and I are going to leave here and get as far away from all this as soon as we can. I and the Republic will not forget what you've done for us. Thank you.
He's a free man. Yeah, I've never done it this way before. I had never done it this way before. I would always be like, he's guilty because we found the recording or whatever. And I was always playing light side. So again, the outcome of this, no dark side or light side points. It's basically just, like, I don't know, morals come into play of the player, I guess. You know, he murdered. Should he get away or should he be thrown back into jail or whatever? Ah, that's good.
Ready?
Yeah. Did you see Cart's goggles in that that cutscene there?